Hello students, today I am going to discuss about the agriculture of Assam, that is the agricultural geography of Assam. Today agriculture of Assam. I say Assam is an agricultural state. Why? How we can determine it? We know that more than 75% of Assam's population mostly engaged in agricultural sector. That means most of the Assamese people are engaged in agricultural sector. 75% of total population of Assam directly or indirectly engaged in agricultural sector. Therefore, we can say that Assam is an agricultural state. Assam is an agricultural state. Yes or no? On the other hand, the climatic condition of Assam is very suitable for cultivation of different types of crops. Climate means its rainfall, temperature and humidity of the region. We know that Assam is influenced by monsoon climate. Due to monsoon climate, a favorable environmental condition is growing all over Assam for the development of agriculture. So, we have got lots of support for the development of agriculture due to this monsoon. Okay? On the other hand, you know that Assam has two big rivers. One is Brahmaputra and other is Barak. Yes? So we can say that lots of big river and their tributaries influence us to do cultivation. Okay? Because these big rivers and their tributaries create a fertile plain over Assam, Brahmaputra plain and Barak plain. More than 80% total area of Assam is full of plain. Maximum plain region is found in Assam, except Dima Hasao and other two Karbi Anglong districts, East Karbi Anglong and West Karbi Anglong. In these three districts only hilly areas are found. All other districts are totally plain. Therefore, we know that the plain regions are very suitable for agricultural purposes, and the plain regions are always fertile, which are created by the rivers. Therefore, we can say that Assam is an agricultural country. 75% of population of India engaged in agriculture, and more than 80% of total area of Assam is plain. And on the other hand, there is a great influence of monsoon climate for the development of our agricultural systems in our state. Okay? But there are lots of supports we have found. Naturally, we have found lots of support to develop our agricultural system. But we are not properly successful for agricultural production. There are lots of problems we have found for the development of this agricultural system. What are those problems? These problems are, you can say, some natural problems and some other socio-cultural problems. Natural problems such as, you can say, uncertain monsoon wind. I think it is very easy to do. Uncertain monsoon means what? That monsoon climate is not coming properly. Sometimes very late and sometimes advanced. And the monsoon wind is always related to rainfall. So, rainfall is not regularly found in our state. Okay? Next problem, natural problem is natural calamities. Like flood is very common and dangerous. That's one of the most destructive calamities found in Assam. And another is tropical cyclone, which is known as Volvicida. And on the other hand, you can say hailstorm. These are some natural problems, which are main burden, main hanger towards our agricultural development. Okay? Now you see some socio-cultural problems. What are those? The farmers of Assam are totally illiterate. Most of farmers are illiterate. They don't know how to cultivate scientifically and how to use the modern techniques. Next, you can say the most of farmers are very weak physically or capitally. The side of capital of the farmer is very, very weak, and they have also lots of health problems. On the other hand, you can say the transport and communication system of Assam is not developed. Because of this underdeveloped transport system, the farmers cannot reach their production to different markets. Isn't it? So, this type of lots of problems we have found socio-economically to develop our agricultural system. Okay? What are those? Now come to those crops which are mainly cultivated in Assam. The main crops of Assam is mainly, you can say, rice, tea and jute. These three are the main crop. Rice is the main food crop of Assam, and jute and tea is the main commercial crop. That means we can say cash crop. On the other hand, there are lots of different types of vegetables, pulses, fruits, all are cultivated in Assam. Based on this production of rice, jute, different food crops, different fruits, vegetables, lots of agro-based industries are found in Assam. Mainly tea industry. You know, more than 50% of India's tea production is going out from Assam. That means highest amount of tea produced by Assam in India. Lots of jute production is found in the lower Brahmaputra Valley. Presently, rubber cultivation is arising in Assam. Lots of rubber cultivation is going on in different districts, in different regions in Assam, mainly in Karbi Anglong and Dima Hasao. So, main economic development of Assam is mainly coming from agricultural sector. Very few numbers of industries are found in Assam, like petrochemical industries, petroleum refineries, this type of cement industries, paper industries. These type of industries are found in Assam, but they are in limited amount. Most of industries of Assam is generally not big industries, small scale industries are generally coming from agricultural sector, which we know as agro-based industries. Lots of agro-based industries are found here and there in Assam, and this way, for the development of Assam's economy, this agricultural sector has a great influence, very great contribution for our state government. Okay? These are some simple explanation about the agricultural sector of Assam. We know that Assam is 17th largest state in India. Different regions of Assam experience different types of rainfall, temperature, soil character, and lots of other differences are found in different regions. Based on rainfall, temperature, or soil character, Assam is divided into 6 agroclimatic zones. What are those? They are lower Brahmaputra Valley, some agroclimatic zones. 6 agroclimatic zones found in Assam, which are divided based on rainfall, temperature, and their soil character. So first one is lower Brahmaputra Valley zone. It comprises Kamrup, metro and urban, Nalbari, Baksa, Barpeta, Bongaigaon, Sirang, Kokrajhar, Dhubri, Gwalpara. It is known as lower Brahmaputra Valley zone. Number 2, North Bank Plain zone. North Bank Plain zone of the Brahmaputra River. It includes Dorong, Udalguri, Sonitpur, Lakhimpur, and Dhemaji district. Number 3, Central Brahmaputra Valley zone. It includes only 2 districts. One is Morigaon and other is Nagaon district. Number 4, Upper Brahmaputra Valley zone. Upper Brahmaputra Valley includes Tinsukia, Dibrugarh, Sibsagar, Jorhat, and Golaghat. It is Upper Brahmaputra Valley zone. Next is Barak Valley zone. Barak Valley includes 3 districts, mainly Kasar, Karimganj, and Hailakandi district. Barak Valley region. Next, last one is hilly zone, which includes Karbi Anglong and Dima Hasao. East Karbi Anglong, West Karbi Anglong, and Dima Hasao. These 3 districts are included in this hilly zone. Now you see, based on these divisions, different types of cultivations are found in this region. in these regions. Lower Brahmaputra Valley zone. This Brahmaputra Valley zone is very suitable for jute cultivation. Jute cultivation is the main crop of this lower Brahmaputra Valley zone. And lots of rice production is found there. Main crops, jute and rice. Mainly, rice is cultivated all over Assam. You remember it. Rice is cultivated all the districts of Assam. Next, number 2, Barak North Bank Plain Zone. This North Bank Plain Zone is famous for tea and rice. Central Brahmaputra Valley Zone. This region is very suitable for rice cultivation. Nagaon and Morigaon district. And lots of other vegetables, fruits are cultivated there. These are not mentioned here, main crops. Lots of vegetables, fruits, and lots of pulses, different types of cultivations are going on all over us. Okay? Next is Upper Brahmaputra Valley zone. This zone is very famous for tea cultivation. Upper Brahmaputra Valley zone, where Tinsukia, Dibrugarh, Sibsagar, Jorhat, Golaghat districts are included. Highest number of tea gardens are found in this Upper Brahmaputra Valley zone. And lots of rice cultivations are found here. Okay? Next is Barak Valley zone. This Barak Valley is also famous for rice and tea. And this last one, it is hilly zone. Hilly zone is very famous for tea, rubber, coffee, and lots of vegetables, rice. This type of cultivations are going on in this hilly zone. Another important character of this hilly zone is very famous, which is known as jhum cultivation, or you can say shifting cultivation. Shifting cultivation means farmers are generally shifted after 2-3 years of their cultivation from one plot to another plot. This type of cultivation only done in those areas where population is somewhat less. In high populated areas, this type of cultivation is not found. But due to low population, farmer can change their agricultural plot after 2 years or 3 years due to less population found over this area. Okay? So, this hilly zone includes East Karbi Anglong and West Karbi Anglong district and Dima Hasao district. Most of the region is hilly, undulating surface. Population is somewhat less. Therefore, their main occupation is shifting cultivation. But there are lots of problems are found in this shifting cultivation, that some environmental problems, landslide, pollution, this type of incidents are going on due to shifting cultivation over the hilly region. Okay? So, this is about the summary of agriculture of Assam. From the next class, I will discuss about the rice cultivation of Assam, tea cultivation of Assam, and jute cultivation of Assam. Okay? So, this much for today. Bye bye.